ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont. And this is going to be kind of a follow up to my review of Megalopolis in a sense, but I saw this headline. Francis Ford Coppola still doesn't want anyone to own Megalopolis on home media. This is from the AV Club. Coppola claims the real political climate is only making people more interested in his film's prophetic commentary. Adam Driver, who's the main star, he plays Caesar. He released a statement that people are one day gonna like really love this movie. No, I think Francis Ford Coppola has lost his touch. I really wanted this to be a good movie because I love weird sci-fi movies and I love pseudo history or alternate history where it's not too futuristic but kind of set in modern times, but things are just different for reasons undefined. And I had big hopes for Megalopolis. It looked like some sort of weird uh time mesh modern Roman Empire sci-fi film, and it turned out to be a jumbled mess of Roman allegory in modern times. And I was very upset. Needless to say, you can see my review. It's not complimentary. The movie did not hold up well for me, and I don't think it'll withstand the test of time. But I briefly scanned this article because I wasn't going to talk about it until I read a quote. And then I was like, okay, I kind of got to talk about it now. But we're going to just jump into it. Let's see. Sorry, Criterion Closet, you're going to have to wait a while longer to include Megalopolis in your illustrious collection. I don't know what that statement means. I don't know who Criterion Closet is. Francis Ford Coppola doesn't want a physical or streaming release of the film yet because the film is still being shown in theaters, he says in a new interview with GQ. I don't want anyone to own it. And this is the line right here. I'm going to highlight it for people watching because the film is still being shown in theaters. And I thought, is it? Where? Uh, but let's finish the article real quick and then we'll address that statement. It might sound funny about a box office mega flop like Megalopolis. I called it Megaflopolis because that's what it was. But Coppola is now in a good spot because he alone controls the film's fate. When making the film's original distribution deals, he withheld television and video on demand rights. Since I took the risk, I want to own that, which I do. So I'm not interested in selling that to someone else. First off, if you have your film published through a company, I'm pretty sure it's in their clauses that or not you, but whoever publishes it has the rights. After the whole debacle with Star Wars, no film company is going to publish something and let the creator maintain the rights because that was what happened to Star Wars. Fox wasn't confident that Star Wars was going to be a hit. They were willing to make it, but they let George Lucas retain all the rights because they didn't want to be responsible in the event that it was a flop. And then it became a smash hit. George Lucas sold the, you know, rights to any and everyone that was willing to pay, and he became a billionaire. And then sold it for $4 billion to Disney, who hammered it into the ground, and then built a landfill on top. I don't fucking know what to say. Disney destroyed Star Wars. So I don't think he owns the rights. I think Coppola's mind is a gone. But where was I? Since I took through da da da. I'm not interested in selling that to someone else. I want to be able to control it, he said, a potential streaming deal last year to Deadline, because streaming movies in the direction of a business model where they're trying to get subscriptions, Coppola feels is inherently anti art, as he told Discussing Film. Then release it on DVD and Blu ray and let people buy it for themselves. Let them own your art. I'm so sick of digital media. I want physical media to return so bad. But to him, whether you stream the film or pop in a Blu ray is all the same. Better that people go to the big theater, not a multiplex, but a real theater and see a movie with 300 people, he said, discussing film. I still remember going to see The Bridge on the River Kwai or Lawrence of Arabia. I'll never forget it. And you can't have that experience just in your living room. First off, anywhere you watch Lawrence of Arabia is an experience. That movie is fantastic if you have the patience to watch it. It's a great story. It's beautifully shot, beautifully acted, and beautifully told. Soundtrack is amazing. I don't know what he's talking about. You do not need to see that in a theater to appreciate it. It's like Citizen Kane. You do not need to see Citizen Kane in a theater to appreciate it. Maybe Coppola would have liked his labor of love to be a smash success, but he feels it's finding its audience. After the election, people are selling out screenings of Megalopolis the way it was intended to be seen. He explains to GQ, being that it was so prophetic or prescient to say America is like Rome, it's going to maybe lose its republic. Now people are rushing to see it in theaters. We sold out 3 screenings in Boston recently, in Detroit, and people are really lining up. It's just like what happened with Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now is a big flop. It got terrible reviews. Everyone said it was the worst movie ever, and yet people never stopped going to see it. The same thing is now happening with Megalopolis. First off, is he talking about micro theaters? And I mean my micro theaters, I mean local theaters that only seat 50 to 100 people tops because they have to take up seating to set up the projector and the screen. Because I don't know what he's talking about, because this is where I don't care about the rest of the article. This is the stuff that blew my mind when I saw this. So I was like, where can I see Megalopolis in theaters? So I pulled up Fandango, who was the number one seller of tickets, by the way, for Megalopolis when it was out. That's how I got my tickets. An architect wants to rebuild New York City as a utopia following a devastating disaster. It's not really New York, it's New Rome because everything's named after Roman stuff. But where was it? And not available at home or in theaters. Okay, the number one seller of tickets says there's no theaters you can buy tickets for. Let's go straight to Lionsgate, the official website for Megalopolis, now available on demand. What? Where to watch it? Not in theaters, on demand only. Well, I want to watch it now. Where can I watch it? On Amazon Prime, on Apple TV, on Microsoft, Vudu, Xfinity, and YouTube. Now, you can watch it on these platforms, but you have to pay for it. So when oh, expired rights. Oh, okay. So expired rights. Let's see if anywhere lets you actually watch it. Apple TV? No, I do not want to install it. Coming soon. Unavailable, unavailable. Microsoft, not available. And Fandango at home would be the only other place. I don't care about Xfinity or YouTube because Fandango at home currently unavailable. So it is unavailable. So he's right about that. But let's look at the box office takes. This is Domestic Weekly from Box Office Mojo. This movie hasn't generated any revenue since October of 2024. So the last week, October 18th to October 24th, was the last time this movie was generating revenue. So what is he talking about? Let's see if I can find Megalopolis Boston Theater. Spelled theater right. It's playing at AMC Boston Common 19 in Boston, Massachusetts, located Showtimes and tickets for Megalopolis. Let's see. There are no showtimes for the theater yet for the selected date. Really? What if I jump to the weekend? Am I not allowed to even change the day? They won't even let me change the day. All right. Where else did he say? What was it? Detroit? Megalopolis? Detroit Theater. No show times. No. What is this dude talking about? I honestly, straight up, I think Coppola has completely lost it. I'm not saying that they weren't doing some sold out shows, but I don't think they were in theaters, as in like movie theaters. I think they were in small, like actual stage production theaters that occasionally show movies. My town has a small theater. I think it seats about 150 people, and when they do show movies, they have to take up about 15 to 20 seats to set the projector up. The screen goes up where the stage is. But so it's less than 150 people that are able to watch a movie when the theater is actually showing them, because they have to, like, rope off the projector area, set it up. It's like an actual stage theater. It's not designed for movies. That's what I think he's talking about. I just think he's lost it. I think Ford has lost it. Francis Ford Coppola, sorry. Coppola has lost his mind. It's fried, it's cooked. If you watch Megalopolis, it's pretty obvious that he does not have the same touch that he used to have. And I think this article and this interview is a direct result of that. And it's sad because he was one of the greatest. And he will probably always be remembered as one of the greats, but he's going out on a real low note. And kind of bums me out. But that's all I have for this report. This is your host, Belmont, signing out.